This is Old School Heart, and welcome to my channel. This channel is going to be a review channel. It's going to be on television shows, music, current events, hair, and makeup. So I'm excited that you're here. Please click the like button and subscribe. Today is going to be my very first video, and it is going to be on the television show Queen Sugar. So I am so excited that Queen Sugar is now out. I've been waiting for quite a while for Queen Sugar to come on. And one of the reasons why is because Ava did Selma in 2015. And when I say that I was extremely excited and could not wait for this movie to come out, like I was extremely excited and I love Selma. And the reason why I love Selma so much is because that part of the civil rights movement was one that touched my heart like a lot, one that I researched a lot, one that I loved a lot. And so I love that Ava took on the role of director in this, and she did a fantastic job. Not to mention, she had some stellar people that performed in that movie. And Oprah was one of them. Oprah had a very, very small role, but it was still good to see her. And anything that Oprah's in, I'm for. And so, how befitting is it for Oprah to be reading Queen Sugar and say, I want to make this into a television show? And the first person she calls to the director is Ava. And so, how do you say no to Oprah? You really don't. You pretty much are just like, sure, when. I don't even think you say how much. You just be like, yes, I'm gonna do it. Duh. So I was really excited. I actually do not currently watch anything on. Sorry for y'all who do. Uh, I just really couldn't get into the have and the have nots or any of the other shows that they had on there. Uh, but I really felt like I would resonate more with Queen Sugar than the other shows, and that it was going to be one that was quite different than anything that she had done thus far. I know people are loving Greenleaf, and I really haven't gotten a chance to get into Greenleaf, but I made it my business to to watch Queen Sugar, and I like when new characters are used to, because they seem to have no bounds on what they'll do or how they'll open up. And I think when you get an opportunity to work with Oprah and work with the OWN network, your bar is like set high. Like the expectations of you to succeed is high because it's Oprah, and clearly when her name's on anything, you don't want to make her look a fool, and you want her to continue to succeed in everything, because to be a black woman to have her own network is something else. And so that's why I was way interested in this show. And like I said, I love Ava. So we are on episode 3 now. So I'm going to try to catch you up as much as I can. I'm going to mostly focus on episode 3 since that is the one that came on. Last week, episodes 1 and 2 came on, and you can check that out on demand. And I believe if you download the OWN app, you can also check out what you've missed. So please do so if you have not. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you are here to see other things that I review, which I will be doing a review on Atlanta after this one, please make sure you subscribe. More subscriptions, the more things that I'll be able to do. And I'm really, really excited. So let's just get into it. So I don't know about you guys, but when I heard the name Queen Sugar and I hadn't researched the book behind Queen Sugar, I didn't look at any previews of Queen Sugar. I basically just watched the first, the second, and the third episode. And so when I first thought about Queen Sugar, for some odd reason, I got like the black exploitation type of a feel. I thought it was going to be about like this really sexy, sultry black woman, and just different things that she had to go through. I didn't have in mind that she was like gonna have kids or anything like that. I just thought maybe it was going to be more of a girlfriend Sex in the City type of a show. And that's me not looking, like I said, any previews or anything that Oprah came out with or any interviews. I pretty much just literally watched the show, and I'm glad I did that. I'm glad that I didn't come in already knowing everything. I really wanted to make sure that I watched the show with open eyes and just expectant of something brilliant, but not knowing what it was. So, to my surprise, when this show started, it started way differently than I ever thought it was going to. And what I mean by that is, um, the show starts off with a character by the name of Ralph Angel and his son. His son looks to be about 3 or 4. So they're at the park, and Ralph Angel is watching his son play on the swings and on the slide and different things of that nature. So he tells his son to come here and to sit down on the bench. And so he says, "Okay, I need you to stay right here. You don't move. Keep your dowel in your hand. You don't move from the seat. You stay right here. Daddy will be right back, okay?" So I'm like, Daddy will be right back? What is he about to do? Daddy will be right back. This boy about 3 or 4. I didn't see him call anybody over to like watch the little boy or anything. All I see him do is go away from the park, across the street, and there's like this liquor store. So I'm like, you don't leave your kid at no park by himself. Like, we all know that, things can happen. So I was like so confused. So he goes into the store and he kind of like walks around something. Okay, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he going in there to get the little boy something. I don't know. Then I see him pull out a gun, and I'm like, this not ending right. So he goes up to the cash register, to the cashier, and he's like, "Give me all your money." And the dude's like, "Are you serious?" And he like, "Yeah, I need all that money." And he robs the store. Then he goes right back across the street, picks up his son, and they leave. And that's how it starts. So immediately I am like, what just happened? Because I did not expect that. And then it's just like nothing happened. And so that's how the show starts. So you have 3 characters. You have Ralph Angel, who I just spoke about, who has a son. And then you have his 2 siblings, two sisters, Nova and Charlie. So Charlie lives in a whole nother area. I believe it's the West Coast. And she has a son, and she has a husband by the name of Davis. And you can tell at the beginning of this that they are well off because their house is gigantic, and all you see is this beautiful, just gorgeous pool. Gorgeous. And you see them, I guess, getting ready for school and work and stuff like this, and they're all leaving or whatever. And Davis hands his son some money, and Charlie is like, "Look, we're trying to teach him responsibility, and it's not helping that you continuously give money." He's like, "Look, chill out," or whatever. So she goes off to meet some women at like this diner or this restaurant. And it seems like they're like pleading with her, like, "Please do this, please do this. We'll be the ones that will throw drinks and shake tables and stuff like that. All we need you to do is be you, which is be your loving, happy, Beverly Cleaver type of a family, Leave It to Beaver type of family. And we need you for the show." So what I'm thinking is that Davis clearly is an athlete, and that this is some type of reality show, and they're trying to coerce her to being a part of this show. And mainly because she's going to bring class to the show, where the rest of them will bring the wretchedness. But they need her in order to do it because her name's big. Everybody likes her. Everybody seems to like her family. That's how it is. So she goes, "Well, I'll think about it." So while they're sitting at the table, literally just talking about this, they all get text messages. And on the text message, it says, "Basketball scandal, basketball players accused of raping one woman in a hotel room." So they all like rush out of there, and Charlie's like, look, we'll talk about this later. I'll see what's happening. I'll try to do damage control. I'll do all of that I can. Meanwhile, her father is living in the South, and it cuts to him working somewhere. I think he's like cleaning up somewhere. He had on like this blue jumpsuit, so I'm assuming he's clean. He's a cleanup or something. And you see him like leaving work or getting ready to leave or something like that. And then it cuts back to Ralph Angel, and he's going over his aunt's house, and his aunt is with this young guy by the name of Hollywood. And can I just say, I'm gonna talk about Hollywood quite a bit because I love Hollywood already. But you see him, trying to give his aunt money because they basically like all help him take care of the son or whatever. And I will say this: we don't know entirely because we're only on episode 3. We don't know what really is going on with Ralph Angel. We do know at this point that Ralph Angel went to jail. We do know that Ralph Angel needs a lot of help with his son, but we do not really know what's going on with Ralph Angel. But we do know that he does have custody of the son and that his dad is the one that helps. So, he basically tries to give them the money or whatever, the money that he stole. And, them not accepting it. Like, look, hold on to this money, try to take care of what you can. It's okay. And then we also see the other sister, which is Nova. And I don't know, Nova is a psychic and the voodoo. Nova seemed like she into a lot of stuff. And I can tell you right off the bat, we don't know for sure who's the oldest, Charlie, Ralph Angel, or Nova. But we will say this: Nova got to be the middle child. And the reason why I say Nova got to be the middle child is because Nova is eccentric as hell. We already know that Ralph Angel has his issues, but something wrong with Nova too. So anyway, this guy come over to Nova house, and evidently she got like a little side hustle where she sell drugs out of a plant pot that she got right back in the front of her house on the porch. So I'm telling y'all, I'm not a middle kid. So I can say without a shadow of a doubt, being the first and looking at the 2 middle that I have, sometimes y'all eccentric. I'm so sorry. Sometimes y'all look different. I ain't saying y'all not special when guys own eyes. What I am saying is y'all look different. And Nova is different. Very different. So this whole scandal is going around. So of course, Charlie's dad wants to know what the heck is going on. So he calls and he's like, everything okay? And she's like, it's fine, Dad. I'm going to come and see you when I can. I promise. And he's like, she's like, do you want me to send you some money? He's like, no, I don't want your money. I want your time. Like, I need you to give me time. I need you to be here. And she's like, okay, Daddy, whenever I can, I'm going to come and see you. It's going to be soon. And you just feel like something may be happening because when somebody just say, look, I just need to see you. I just want to see you. I yearn to see you. You need to listen to that. I know that sometimes people can be quite needy, but especially to me, when a man asks that of you, something's up. So, anywho, Davis comes home and, I'm pretty sure Charlie's like, I need to figure out what's going on with him, how he feels. So she, asks him, how do you feel about this? And he pretty much tells her like, look, at this point in time, like, I got to focus on getting this last ring. I have 4. My goal was to get 5 and then I'll leave. That's all I'm trying to do is get my 5 rings and I'll leave. So they're going to suspend the guys and they're going to be announcing that soon, which means that I need to go. We can go back down south and be by your people. I know you'd be comfortable with that, so let's just do that. So, of course, like the good wife that we see Charlie being portrayed as, she's like, okay, I agree. So, going back to the South where Ralph Angel is and Nova is, they have this big birthday party for Ralph Angel's son. And he's just having a good old time. And first, Ralph Angel was real reluctant, like, we can't invite a lot of people to this birthday party, and was kind of yelling at him. And you could tell he had like anger issues. Like, you don't know what the real big issue is other than that he's been in jail. But Ralph Angel's life must have transitioned in some way because his daddy don't act nothing like that. So they have this party, and this is where their father like slumps over in the couch and is unresponsive. So they go ahead and they go to the hospital, whatever, and it's serious. So Nova's there. Chris Angel is there. I mean, Chris Angel. Now I'm going into wrestling. Ralph Angel is there, and the aunt is there as well as Hollywood, the aunt's boyfriend. So evidently, it must not be critical because they never call her immediately. So she goes to the game with her son, and everybody's getting text messages at this game. Everybody's on their phone. Everybody's like, "Oh my god!" Like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!" And I don't know why she didn't have a cell phone. I was looking at this the whole time, like, she got no cell phone. Her cell phone not ringing. Like, there's nothing happening. And then the son finally looks at the cell phone and is like, shows her. And I was just praying. Y'all don't understand. I was praying. And I know this is wrong. And I know this is a little wretched. And I do apologize for this. But I was just praying that she went on that court and smacked the hell out of this dude. And for a minute, I assumed she was going to take the white woman role and just sit there and like smile it out until she got back and then they were alone. And I really wasn't going for that. I felt like she needed to handle that on court. And I know, don't laugh at me, but I'm so serious. I want her to handle that on court. And I'm glad she did. I'm glad she went on there and pretty much gave him the business. And boy, I would have muffed the mess out of him. Like, y'all would have saw the best muff ever. Y'all think y'all saw muffs. And I'm sorry, I'm from Chicago. So when we say muff, we meant like pretty much do this to your head. Like, I was hoping she was going to do that to him. Because anytime you see your husband, he said he ain't got nothing to do with none of this. But you see him picking up some white woman, putting the white woman on his shoulder, and then going into the room. You have lost your mind, sir. Especially after we just had a talk. And you say you don't have nothing to do with none of that. And you lied. And you been lying. I got issues. So, that all happens or whatever. And then we cut back to the father being in the hospital. And the father's like, "Where's my grandbaby at?" And Ralph Angel's like, "I don't think this is a place for them to come." And Auntie checks people real quick. And for some odd reason, she is the only one that can really check Ralph Angel. And I think it's because she knows him more or better than everybody else. So she tells Ralph Angel, like, "Look, I'm sorry, but go get that baby. He want to see that baby. That baby need to see him." So he does actually bring the son there. He actually sees him. And then, unfortunately, he passes away before Charlie can get there, which is really sad. So Charlie and the other grandson do not get to see him before he passes away. And then that's episode 1. I'm going to try to make episode 2 and 3 go by really, 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 really quickly for y'all. Okay, so episode 2 is where the funeral takes place. First of all, they all wore white, and it was just so pretty. And Ralph Angel, he looked like a little tasty little treat. he was fine in episode 2. Ralph Angel was fine in episode 2. And can I just say, I'll get into Hollywood in a minute, because I don't know what my fascination is with Hollywood, but I love Hollywood already. Okay, so they get ready for the funeral, and I just want to hear y'all stance on this, because I feel like the argument towards Nova and Charlie, I'm going to be on Nova's side. Okay, so they're making these funeral arrangements, and Charlie's like, I can pay for everything. Which, in most cases, when somebody has a lot of money, it's automatically assumed that they're going to pay for everything. But for some people who are prideful, who are like me, I may not have a lot, but I do want to pay for some stuff. You ain't about to pay for everything for my daddy funeral. I can help pay for my daddy funeral. I got money, and I don't need you to do this. And so, at the funeral home, basically, at the funeral home, she got like, first of all, Nova had like 5 debit cards. It was like, okay, put 100 from each car on each one of these. And then here come Ralph Angel, knowing he ain't got no job and knowing he just robbed a got daggone a convenience store. He like, yeah, I'm get y'all back my money. But right now, I'm gonna need y'all to put my end in, but I'm gonna give it to y'all on Friday. So they're like, Ralph Angel, you don't have to pay for nothing. No, I'm gonna help pay. But the argument that I'm talking about with Nova and Charlie is, they're all at the house. They're getting ready for this funeral. Next thing you know, here comes some people with some chairs and all this other stuff. Now I already told Charlie, we got that covered. We got tables in the back. We got all the stuff we need. We got chairs in the back. We're going to set it up for the repast. We good to go. She's so hard-headed. She gonna go and get stuff for this funeral. And I'm sorry, I'm on Nova's side. Nova snapped on her and said, look, when we have funerals, I don't know what you've been doing out there in LA, but when we have funerals and we bury our dead, we have what we need. We don't need nothing to be bought. Everything will be hosted. We gonna have home cooked food. They was already pulling them greens apart. Yes. We gonna do it the way that we know how to do it here. And that's that we take care of our people and we love on our people using our stuff, using our means, and we don't need your type of money. So if y'all don't agree, let me know why y'all don't agree, because for me, I understood what Nova was saying. We take care of our people. We don't need that extra. You trying to make this extra, and we don't need that extra. Nor do we need you to hound down your money and stuff like that. It's not all about that. Like, we got this. And so there was a little bit of argument. And I'm glad that they didn't make this an argument between the two women. I'm glad that they squashed it very quickly. Their auntie came in and it started real quick too, because she seemed like she just don't play. So I'm glad that it wasn't a big, huge argument between Nova and Charlie. What really needs to happen between the two of them is communication needs to be a little bit more better, because it seems that they're leaving out Ralph Angel simply because he doesn't have money. And for some odd reason, all three of them are left out in each part anyway. Of course, because the dad know he did wrong, he still is going to show his way into the funeral. But I mean, even though that just happened, in my opinion, it was smart of him to still try to come to the funeral. That was his father-in-law. And he still has a child with her. And you, regardless of what y'all going through, you can still be supportive to that child. So I was okay with Davis being there. Let's see, what else happened? So the funeral is over, and then while Charlie's at the house, it's like these white men just like want her the land and like looking at it, looking over it, and everything. And so basically, he's like, I'm here to offer you a certain amount for this land. I would like to buy this land. I need to know really quickly. And basically, that's when we get into Queen Sugar. Because I was like, what does this have to do with Queen Sugar? I'm trying to figure it out. I don't get it. So finally, we get into Queen Sugar. I promise you, I'm going to try to keep this underneath 26 minutes. 27. So the reason why this is called Queen Sugar is because the father is a farmer and he has a huge acre that he owns. And what we find out is that a lot of Black people don't own the actual land. They're leasing the land and they're farmers. But Charlie's and Ralph Angel's and Nova's dad actually own the land. And so it is a land that they produce sugar on, and sugar is a high commodity, and the U.S. government is giving a lot for them to make sugar and to have sugar farms. So this white man really wants it. But Charlie knows this guy by the name of Remy, who I call him Tyrone. I'm not calling him Remy. I'm calling him Tyrone from Cosby Show because that's who he is, and I've had a crush on him since I've known him. Even when I look at old episodes of the Cosby Show, because I still do look at them, I do not care. I freaking love me some Tyrone, and I'm not calling him Remy. Side note, when I looked at the commercials that was playing for the OWN network, and they were talking about Ava doing Queen Sugar, I did notice Sally Richardson on there, which is Tyrone's wife. So I'm just trying to figure out how he got this role. Y'all know what I'm getting at. Y'all know how he got this role. But it's kind of cute to see, him acting, continuously acting and finding good roles. I think he landed a really good role. I think Remy and Charlie got something that's going to happen between the two. But right now, Remy is giving Charlie the info on why this white man wants it. So this white man gives them this proposition that, look, I'm going to buy it. Y'all got 2 days because I need to be able to start developing the land because we're already behind. If I don't do it soon, then the land will be crappy and I don't want it. So y'all got 2 days. But he get him a crappy figure, and Remy puts Charlie up on game and go, look, I don't think you should sell it. Your dad loved that land. He is the reason why we as farmers all get together. He is the reason why we haven't sold to this white man, and this white man is janky, and y'all don't need to be doing business with him. He's trying to take away all the black business that he can, so y'all need to get rid of him. So I'm so excited that Tyrone is on there, and you can tell there's gonna be a little love interest. She gonna step out of her marriage. She may not be married anymore, but anyway, that's why it's called Queen Sugar, because I think as the episodes develop, you're going to see, and Ralph Angel wasn't for it anyway. He was not for selling the land. He said he could do it on his own. Ralph Angel just got a lot of anger issues. He really does. Ralph Angel just got a little anger issue. So we know that Charlie's not going to let him have the land without that. So without Nova or her being around. And side note, Ralph Angel actually pulls a gun out on these white people who try to repossess his dad's tractor. So that's what I mean when I say he got a lot of issues that he ain't worked on yet. And then he got a baby mother that was a crackhead that's trying to get her life back together and trying to do right. And I felt so bad for her. And this is just going back up a little bit. During the funeral, she was supposed to watch their son. And then this stupid manager was like, you got to stay here. I don't care. You got to stay here. And my man, I don't care. Forget that job. I found another job. I said I was going to be somewhere to take care of my baby. That's where I'm going to be. And so I was a little upset with her that she stayed and she came so late to the funeral, and it pissed Ralph Angel off. But we see Ralph Angel got over there really quick because he sure did end up in her trailer. So, and he stood there for a while. I was like, why you standing there like that? It's so weird. Like, he stood there for like 5 minutes. And I'm just like, would you just... Well, she assisted him, though. She sure did unbuckle that belt. Yes. She unbuckled that belt and got down to business and closed that trailer door. Yes, honey. So I was happy to see that. And then Davis is still there. And, of course, he wants them to come back home. And the reason why he really wants them to come back home is because they got to... for some odd reason, they all have to talk to the police. They're all going to be suspended. And so she was like, what happened? And he was like, I had sex with her. And I ain't rape her, but I did have sex with her. And she was an escort. I just remember he needed to be muffed again. Like, I swear, like, he really did need to be muffed again, but she didn't do it. She was like, look, I'm going to stay a little bit longer. And the son is like, no, we're not. And he was like, well, my son can come back with me. See, you don't do no mess like that, look. don't put my child in the middle of this. Now, whoever he decided to go with, he's old enough to make his own decisions. But I felt like her, like, don't put my child in the middle of this. So let me get to Hollywood. Can I just say, first of all, they auntie is like, I'm too old. If you want to have kids, you better find you somebody else. And I understand how she feels when she's like, look, let's just end this now where I won't be so heartbroken. I don't want to be heartbroken. He like, look, we gonna grow old together. Like, I don't have no problem with you. And it just seemed like she keeps trying to push him, and he keeps saying, I'm staying. So I'm all for Hollywood. And it was, the trifling part is whoever that heifer was that the auntie worked at the restaurant with, she would have been smacked. I'm gonna need you to move your titties off my baby's truck. I'm gonna need you to move. But I love Hollywood because he looks straight ahead, like, waiting on my baby. That was so cute to me. I'm waiting on my baby. I'm waiting on my baby. I don't care about nothing else. I'm waiting on my baby. So, she gets in the car and she kissed him back. I would have been like, I'm trying not to cuss because you two don't allow cussing no more. But y'all know what I mean. Like, get out. Just move. Just go. If I muff you too. Like, what make you do that? Like, what? Get your titties out of my man car. Like, for real. Get your titties out of my man car. So, I know this is a lot. I know I missed some stuff. Nova goes and talks to some boy that she calls brother at the jailhouse, but she do got that little sad dealer business going on. So I'm not too sure who he is. I thought that maybe that might be her son, but evidently it is not. She's also involved with this white man who's most definitely married, but he cared about her so much that he still want to come to the funeral. Side dudes usually don't do that, and really she's the side chick, and so I'm really confused on that. So hopefully they'll open up about why she started this relationship with this white man, who this white man is. It's just a lot to be said, and we're only on episode 3. So this is the review for episode 1 through 3. I've loved it so far. I do want to find out why Rob Angel has so much anger issues. I want to find out also why Charlie did not like living in the area and why she ran when she was 18 and never to return again. And I do want to know what's going on, what the heck is going on with Nova. And I do want to see how the aunt's relationship with Hollywood blossoms, and if Tyrone and Charlie will ever have a relationship. I really don't care for Davis that much, but I know Davis is going to stay around for quite a bit of time. Hopefully he'll be able to redeem himself. It's just real messy right now. I don't want her to necessarily cheat, because should she forgive him? Y'all let me know. Like, I don't know. Maybe she should forgive him. Maybe she shouldn't. So, thank you. Please hit the subscribe button. This is my very first video and my very first review. I'm also going to be doing a review on Atlanta, and that's going to be episodes 1 through 3 as well, because everybody rolled out 2 episodes in 1 week, which is so good. So leave a comment below on what you felt about the episode. I'll be excited to hear from you. Please share on Facebook. Thank you so much. This is Old School Heart. Have a good day.